Time to decide where I wanted to go to high school, I realized that I wanted something a little bit more personal. St. Joe's really seemed like that place. It was more of a close-knit community. When I came as a ninth grader, I think we're all a little bit in our shell still, and middle school's a lot different than high school for sure. You step from that little community of, my class had 30 kids in it, to this huge school, but you meet new people, you get new friends from all over the place, really. It really diversifies you and makes you who you are.
I was Jaydons' 10th grade honors literature teacher. What I discovered was not only was he an exceptionally intelligent student, but he was also someone who had a really interesting take on things. He was very much interested in what we were doing and sort of in the moment of what is this book, what does this mean, how does it apply to real issues of today.
Mr. Horner, my sophomore British literature teacher. I love being in his class. I still say hi to him every day in the hallways and hopefully take a couple classes with him next year. He really opened my eyes to literature.
Jaydon's one of those students that ever since I came to St. Joe's, he was always super passionate about schoolwork in general, but especially the arts. He's one of those kids that goes out of his way to foster his own ability.
She's been my art teacher since sophomore year, but she's been super encouraging. She's very good at allowing us to express ourselves.
You can tell that he's really taking in your advice and he wants to better himself. He influences the other students. I think that he sort of pushes everyone around him.
None of my family went to St. Joe's. I'm the first one, which is why it was a little bit bigger of a step because I didn't know anybody here. It was all new, but it was certainly worth it. Came from a very supportive family, very supportive of everything I do here and sending me here, and I'm very grateful for that.
St. John Baptist, in LaSalle, pray for us. Jesus in our hearts. Okay. Call us turn for chapter 24.
Hopefully by the day that I graduate, I will be the kid who is looked at as a man of integrity. And not so much looked at even for my accomplishments and what I've done in my grades, but things that I've done outside of school because of the man that school has made me and the values it's instilled in me.
St. Joe's is definitely a better place with a student like Jaydon Lang.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Jaydon Lang.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jaydon Lang, and I'm 17 years old and a junior here at St. Joe's. First of all, I'd like to thank all of you and my teachers at St. Joe's who recommended me for this and granted me this wonderful opportunity to speak in front of you all tonight. I'm from Lockport, New York. Thank you. And before I went to St. Joe's, I went to DeSales Catholic School. I first heard of St. Joe's when Mr. Kennedy from the admissions department came to visit my school when I was in 6th grade. He brought with him a few DeSales alum who told us all about their experiences at St. Joe's and what it was like for them. They told us how great it was being a student there and the types of activities and clubs that they were all involved in. Then they bribed us with some fancy pens and a big folder that I ran home with to show my mom. I couldn't wait to tell her all about it. When it came time to shadow at St. Joe's, they enticed us even more with donuts, t-shirts, stickers, and a coupon for as much food as we could grab in the cafeteria.
Just tell
I
Paul
loved
the
it.
best ever.
My experience as a marauder for a day really gave me a glimpse into how much different St. Joe's was from other schools. It was personal. You felt like you were a part of something, like a home. Since I started as a freshman, I've felt myself continuously maturing and becoming the man that I hope to be. And none of that would be possible without the support of my family and my brothers here at St. Joe's. I take part in many extracurricular activities, chiefly mock trial, which I started last year and I'm now a captain of, art club, ski club, and the United Varsity Federation Ping Pong Society. Also, over this past summer, I interned through the amazing internship program that St. Joe's offers under Judge Aaron DeLabio in Niagara County Family Court. I got to get a behind-the-scenes look at this justice system that I just found so interesting. But above all else, I really have a passion for art. And with the help and support of my family and my art teacher, Mrs. Shabetta, I've grown in all sorts of mediums. My favorites so far are drawing, photography, and painting. My family is very artistic. My mother is an amazing painter, even though she may tell you otherwise. And my father is a contractor, so his art is a little bit different, but I still see where I get my attention to detail from. I'm hoping to be able to turn that passion into a career someday, and I'm currently planning to major in landscape architecture in college. My dream is to take my lifelong love of the arts and the outdoors and combine them into a job I'll truly love. As for right now, though, I work 2 jobs. One is a barista at Steamworks Coffee in Lockport, and the other making pizzas at Port's Pizza and Subs in Gasport. In addition, I'm also very privileged to be a member of the Niagara County Youth Board. As a board member, we investigate how the county can best serve our youth. We look at the relevance of current youth programs in place, and we advise the youth on creating their own. All in all, St. Joe's has taught me the importance of giving back. I volunteer every year with the Lockport Family Focus Group's annual backpack drive, which my mother is responsible for organizing. This past year, we provided a backpack and school supplies, along with various personal care and hygiene items, knitted hats, gloves, and scarves for winter, and a free haircut to over 200 kids. St. Joe's has taught me that a community is a two-way street, and we have to give just as much as we receive. I am greatly indebted to the support of my parents for my success. They've been there to pick me up all throughout my life, and they've done everything they can to help me through anything and everything. Likewise, St. Joe's has done the same for my parents and the parents of countless other students who have walked those halls, both in the past and in the present. Some may even be in the audience tonight. Before I received my acceptance letter, as much as I really wanted to be a Marauder, we just weren't absolutely certain that my family could afford it. A few months after my entrance exam, the acceptance letter arrived at my house, and my mom called me to tell me the good news. Now, that whole night, all of my friends had been getting their letters too, and I was really chomping at the bit to hear if I was offered anything either. The financial aid and the academic scholarship that I received that night was ultimately what sent me to our school. Ladies and gentlemen, I am not here tonight to brag about my achievements. I am here to show you the difference that St. Joe's can make in a young man's life. No young man should have to miss out on the same unparalleled high school experience that myself and my brothers before me have enjoyed because of cost. The financial aid and tuition assistance program offered at St. Joe's gives young men like myself the opportunity for a lifetime of success. After almost 3 years at St. Joe's, I've learned one very important distinction, and that is between Lasallian brotherhood and brotherhood. You see, brotherhood is an association of people linked to a common interest. Lasallian brotherhood is something much more than that. Lasallian brotherhood is a community. Lasallian brotherhood is a family that is connected by the values of St. John Baptist de La Salle and grows in strength and number continuously. Now, all of you here tonight are a part of that brotherhood just as much as we students are. And that is why I'm encouraging you to please consider making a donation tonight so that St. Joe's can continue to help young men like me become a part of our esteemed family. Thank you very much.